you could have your local newsletter set up and your first edition ready to publish in a weekend, but I'm being kind with you. I'm giving you some leeway because you probably got 9 to 5 or kids or something like that, and I'm giving you a week. But this tool, you can see, is completely free. And this is going to walk you through all of the steps of how to start your local newsletter. I've made videos on all of these steps so far. We're doing all of these as we go. There's going to be over 40 videos in this series, so no excuse for you not to start. Plus, we've got community down here if you need some extra help. We talked about finding local news in the last video, so we're going to move this over here. And now we're going to talk about your email service provider. This is the company you're going to pick in order to be able to write and schedule your newsletter. Now, you've probably already gone away and done a bit of Google search on which company you want to use in order to write and schedule your local newsletter. Now, there's loads out there. There's Kit, there's Substack, there's MailChimp. CopyQuill is our software. We built it specifically for local newsletters. You've also got Beehiiv as well, which if you look at any of our series that we've done on breakdowns of local newsletters, a lot of them build on Beehiiv. Beehiiv has been around longer than CopyQuill, but CopyQuill is new and built specifically for local newsletters. So I'm not going to go through a massive deep dive of these today. I can do that in a longer video. So if you want a deep dive, just put deep dive into the comments and I'll know to create a full CopyQuill versus Beehiiv breakdown. But let me just quickly show you a comparison that I did in ChatGPT. Okay, so I just went into ChatGPT and I asked it to compare CopyQuill and Beehiiv. These are going to be your best two choices for your local newsletter. The other platforms are great, but not for local newsletters. So Beehiiv, as I said, been around a while, but what they're doing now with their business model, and they said this recently in their winter release, is they're focusing more on creator-led newsletters. They want creators to use their platform, and they're putting loads and loads of additional features in that will help with that, such as things like being able to sell digital products within the platform. That's not something that a local newsletter operator needs. Now, there are some benefits to Beehiiv, and I'm going to just try and be as fair as I can within this. Of course, I think CopyQuill is great. We built it specifically for local newsletters, and we actually built it to solve a problem that we had. We didn't think Beehiiv was that great at writing our local newsletters, so we built a platform for ourselves that would write local newsletters, and then we named it CopyQuill, and now we're giving you guys the opportunity to use it. You can get your first 500 subscribers on it for free. However, I do want you to pick the right platform for you, so we're going to go through both. So they're both full ESPs, email service providers. They both allow you to write a local newsletter, to schedule a local newsletter, and to send it out to your audience. They're both going to allow you to do that. Now, Beehiiv has a ton of growth and monetization tools, but to be honest, none of those are going to help you when it comes to a local newsletter. If you had a creator-led newsletter, they are very, very beneficial. And for my newsletter that's in the AI tech space, these are massive and they help drive growth to my newsletter. But for my local newsletter, they are not a feature that is particularly attractive when it comes to paying for Beehiiv. Now, the ideal use case for CopyQuill is local newsletter writing. I've shown you some tricks in previous videos in this series of how you can use AI to do research and write sections of your newsletter. But the way we built CopyQuill is it does that for you. We have built-in automations. You don't have to build the automation. It doesn't matter. We've got that going on in the background. You just need to know where you're writing for, do a little bit of helping the tool find the initial sources. And once you've done that setup, it's going to help you to write your newsletter in like 15 minutes. Okay. 15 minutes a week, once a week, 15 minutes. And then you spend the rest of the week on doing the things that grow your newsletter and monetization. It's going to take you more like an hour if you're really good with AI tools and you've got some good prompts on Beehiiv. If you're not that good, it might take you 2 or 3 hours to write your newsletter. So if you want speed, if you want automation so that you don't have to create, and you want a very reasonable price, then CopyQuill was built for local newsletters. They're both user-friendly. I think that Beehiiv has a great interface. It looks great. And like I said, it's built for creators mainly. What we've done with CopyQuill is, like I said, the automation is there to create the published newsletter, and then all you have to do is go in and edit it. You might have a couple of ads you need to throw in. You might want to add an introductory sentence at the beginning about your week or at the end, that kind of personalization, and then you just schedule it. So the AI within CopyQuill, the tools within CopyQuill, what they're doing is they do all of the local research for you. Then the AI tool writes everything. It's already put into the layout that you've decided. So all the information goes under the right sections. None of that is within Beehiiv. You can create a template. So you have all your section titles with, if you're going to use emojis, you can have sort of placeholder parts in your template, but you still need to go away and do the research. Yes, AI can do the research for you. That's fine. You then need to do the writing, you or AI, and then you need to cut and paste it across. And that used to take me, and I'm quick at this, 45 minutes to an hour before we had CopyQuill working the way it does, where we can now do this in under 15 minutes. Both of them have scheduling. You can schedule your newsletter, so you can write it on a Wednesday and schedule it to go out on a Thursday morning. You can do both of those. Because they're both full ESPs, you can get tagging, you can segment, you can export your list. All of those things are there. Does Beehiiv have more developed tools? Yes. Does it have more in terms of detailed breakdown of analytics? Yes. Do you need them as a local newsletter operator? Not really. You don't need to go into that amount of detail. If you like data, great, but you don't need to go into a huge amount of detail, and definitely advertisers are not going to be interested. They just want to know your headline metrics. Both of them have strong deliverability. Like I said, we've got automations. Now, you can automate series and sequences inside Beehiiv, but you are going to have to pay for those. They're not included in the free plan. I'll be honest with you, not all of our automations are in the free plan either. You're going to have to get the more expensive plan. But what you can do is you can start on both platforms for free. And I would recommend signing up to both for free. Test them out. And then if you want fully automated writing of your newsletter within the platform you're using, I recommend CopyQuill. If you're happy to build your own workflows and tools and prompts, then you can do it in Beehiiv, because Beehiiv will give you up to 2,500 subscribers before you have to start paying. We do 500. 500 you should be getting advertisers in, and that will cover the cost of your subscription, whether you go for Beehiiv or whether you go for CopyQuill. But the automation on both platforms you're going to have to pay for. Our automation does the content discovery, the writing, the formatting, the whole lot. You just need to edit and schedule. The automations in Beehiiv are not like that. What they do is they're more for like automating out a welcome series, or when you split your list into different people, different segments, then you can send people out different emails. It's not automating the writing. If you look on their website, they do have advertised AI image and AI writing. But whenever I've tested it, I've not been massively impressed. I've always done my AI writing in another tool, like ChatGPT, like Perplexity, like Claude, and then cut and paste it over into Beehiiv. So both of them will host your newsletter for you. You get a website, which means that people can find your old editions, and you can send to your email list as well. Monetization, again, awesome monetization features within Beehiiv. They've got so many things set up for ads and for referral programs and boosts. But they're not going to help you as a local newsletter operator. They are designed for creators where you have a broad general newsletter, not a local newsletter. We don't have any big monetization features yet. Those will be coming. But what we do allow you to do within the platform is you can just put in your own ads, which you'd be doing on Beehiiv anyway. So finding local business partners and putting those in. Finding cross promotions with local businesses and putting those in. There's nothing in the paid options for Beehiiv that is going to help you with monetization, with the except of possibly the referral program. But again, you can use another tool to set up the referral program that is free. So you could use a free form builder and essentially do the same thing. It's a lot of money to pay just to run a referral program when there's ways to work around it. But their Boost network, paid subscriptions, it's an okay business model, but it's not going to, it's not retirement money. It's not quit your 9 to 5 money, a paid local newsletter. It's just, oh, I can add on an extra 30 quid of Facebook ads this month kind of money. Both of them do full analytics. Both of them are highly scalable. And again, for both of them, as you build up and you pay more, you unlock more features. First 500 subscribers are free on CopyQuill, 2,500 on Beehiiv. Workflows, as we said, fully automated on CopyQuill. Slightly different way of working on Beehiiv, but they do have AI tools. And like I said, you can sign up for a free trial, and they actually give you access to the paid offerings. I'll put a link. Actually, if you comment Beehiiv, I'll put a link, and that gives you a discount on the first 3 months of the paid plan and gives you 30 days free access to Pro. So if you'd like to go and check Beehiiv out, and you'd like a discount, then just put Beehiiv in the comments and I'll send it to you. And you can do the same with CopyQuill. Just go and sign up to CopyQuill for free, try it out, see what you think, and then you can just pick whichever one is best for you. But as we said, built specifically for local newsletters is what CopyQuill is, whereas Beehiiv is more for general. Setup complexity. For both of them, there's an initial setup process. You've got to add your logo, you've got to name it, you've got to, with our tool, you need to set up, some of the sources where you're going to find the information and tell it the local area that you're looking at. Once you've done all of that, then these softwares just sort of mean that you just need to focus on the writing. Okay, and there's no export requirements. When we first built CopyQuill, you had to export it into another tool. You don't need to do that anymore. Everything is built within the software. So your job now, basically, my advice is go and sign up for both of these for free. Test them out, and then pick whichever one you want. It's completely your choice. We built CopyQuill for local newsletter operators, solving a problem and a pain point that we had. Beehiiv's been around longer. It's completely up to you what you want to pick. I'll see you in the next video.